Welcome back to my stage for beginners. In this tutorial I'm going to talk about plots in MATLAB. So plot has a feature that enables a user to create second dimensional graph for any variables. Plot can represent data in discrete form. So let's take example, it will be more clear. So the first, create line plot. Okay. So the plot in general, it contains two variables, okay, x and y. Can pass two variables. So x here represent the horizontal line or horizontal axis, and y represent vertical axis. So let's start with x is equal minus 10 till 10, and the steps will be 0.3. And let y is equal function, which is x squared, which is parabolic function, and here I can plot x and y. I have to run it. We can see here this parabolic function starts from minus 10 till 10 and the steps 0.3. okay, we can see here this start and this is end and this is steps. Okay, so this is my function and this plot. Okay, here x represent horizontal line and y vertical line. We can see here this is x line and this is y line, okay, a y axis. So I can add more features. For example, let's add title for graph. Okay, then x label, I'll make it x axis, and y label, this name for y axis, y axis. Okay, and the grid can make our graph crosses line. So I have to run it again. We can see more features in plot. This is title and this is y label. This is label for y axis and this is for x axis. Okay, and this is the grid on. And the grid prompt made the graph cross lines. So I'll take another example. Okay, for plotting multiple lines. Plot multiple line. Okay, so let's start with x. Can represent for x axis line space. Can start minus 2 times pi till 2 pi. I have to take two functions here. Let y1 is equal sine of x and y2 is equal cosine of x. Okay, let's plot them in one figure. We can plot them by typing one plot. Okay, so x, which is common axis, then y1, then x with y2. Okay, we can run it. Sine and cosine. Okay, and here is axis, x-axis and y-axis. So many students cannot realize which graph or which curve belong to sine or cosine. We can solve by typing legend. Okay, so legend. Okay, so the first one, y1, which is for sine, I have to type it sine of x. And the second, which is cosine, which is y2 respectively for cosine. Okay, cosine of x. I have to run it again. The sine can represent a blue line and cosine can represent a red line. Okay, and let's add more feature. For example, title, my functions, and the grid on, and also x label and y label. We can type here x axis and we can type here y label for y axis. I have to run it again. We can see here this plot is already done. Okay, this legend, I can move legend and this is x-axis, y-axis, which can represent magnitude for functions, and this is title. I hope you get it. If you have any question you can ask, don't hesitate. Thanks for watching.